Hello, my name is Shamira. A lot of you already know me, but I figured I should introduce myself. Um, I've been on quite a path with starting my own business. Like, first, it kind of started out with, whatever you're struggling with, like struggling with parenting, struggling with medical problems, struggling with making money online, struggling with self-love motivation. And it really sounded good at the time, but your girl got overwhelmed. And I was like, okay, so where's your heart, Shamira? And my heart is in curing, because being a nurse, I signed up for taking care of people and helping people, and I'm saying, like, being sympathetic and empathetic, in everything I do, and not judging people because I don't know where they came from, what their background is. I never walked a day in their shoes a day in my life. I never walked in their shoes. Y'all know what I'm saying. But you have people out there that are very judgmental and shouldn't be nurses, but I had to back up out of the profession when I ended up with cancer, because then I turned into the patient, and I didn't like that. When I turned into the patient, I was treated like I was ignorant, and I know my stuff, okay? Like, I'm one of those people that, doctors are like, why are you still a nurse? Why aren't you a PA? Why haven't you went back to go do something? Because I'm on my stuff, okay? And when I research, I'm putting all the pieces together, and I'm make sure I can break it down so that people can understand it. And so when you think about, doctors going to school and nurses and everything, they don't really focus on nutrition for very long, maybe a couple months, but like, that's the biggest thing that we should be focusing on when it comes to the human body, because that's what's destroying our temples, is the medications. And because, the nutrition is destroying our temples, our bodies, and so therefore we have to get medications, and the food is destroying our mental health, so therefore we go get prescriptions, and now we're on drugs and alcohol, and trying to self-medicate, so it's a vicious cycle. And it's just like, you got all these corporations, hand in hand, you got like the American Cancer Society, cutting tumors out of people, knowing that that's what metastasizes the cancer. You got the American Heart Association saying eating red meat, knowing that red meat will sit in your colon for 3-4 days and fester and cause cardiovascular disease. So who's in it for curing and healing, and who's in it for money? I'm in it for curing and healing. So I just love to spread encouragement, positivity, and let people know that the body heals itself. A long time ago, our ancestors knew this, and somewhere along the road, the medical field came into play and figured they could make a lot of money by, treating symptoms, not curing, so we as a people have lost our way. We depend on these people who need an income, and that income is coming from us, and the more they can keep us coming back, that's called residual income. So that's like, every single time you schedule a doctor's appointment, you have to schedule another one because they put you on a medication, or you have to have a test done, and every time you come in, you have, the doctor gets paid, and sometimes you call on the phone because you think it's just something simple and they could just handle it, but now policy says that nope, now you got to come in too, because it's all about money. I remember working in urgent care, and I was so appalled because they told us that when people come in that we know need to go to the ER, like if somebody comes in with a baby, okay, and that baby, has like, something wrong with it that we know that our doctors cannot help them with. You would think that in your heart and your soul, you would tell them, people, look, we can't help you right now. We're about to call the hospital, let them know you're on your way, get going. Or do you need us to call 911? What can we do to get you to the hospital? No, they told us to let those patients check in, let them know it's going to be a 2-hour wait, and then once they're seen, then we let them know that they're gonna go to the hospital. So you done paid for that visit, and then you also gotta pay for a visit when you go to the hospital. And it's just, another visit that you have to start all over with. And it's all about money. It's like, where's the love and where's the compassion? I guess inside Shamira. So here we go. I wrote notes for myself, because if I don't write notes for myself, I got a way of talking, and it's always like, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. So it gets annoying, and I don't want to do that to y'all every video. So I got my notes. Okay, so for years, well, oh yeah, let me tell y'all too. So I started out as a CNA, and then I became an MA, and then I became an LPN. So after that, I got my diploma in nutrition, and I also got my diploma in aromatherapy. So I'm all about relieving stress and healing, natural cures. You know what I'm saying? If you're anemic, you don't have to take iron pills and be constipated. I have a brew, a tea, a natural tea that you can do on your stove. And there's also an iron fish that you can put in your food, and it puts iron in, and you eat citrus. You know what I'm saying? You eat vitamin C with your iron, so for better absorption. Like, we have to understand our bodies so that we can't let these people tell us what's wrong with it, so that we can know ourselves and be able to, you know what I'm saying, come up with, okay, like, I am bleeding, like, and my blood is not, like, you know what I'm saying, it's not stopping. You know, I didn't put band-aid, you know, oh, my vitamin K must be low. Let me go get some vitamin K in my body, not let me run to the doctor and let them put me on a medication to, you know what I'm saying, to stop my platelets. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, it causes diarrhea, it shuts down your thyroid, and it's having a hard time being filtered by the liver. So now, you know what I'm saying, you done added like four different things to, you know what I'm saying, the added stress on your body. Like, for what? Because you were unaware and you didn't know. And because you're unaware and you don't know, the first people that you run to is your doctor. I know. So individuals come into the hospitals, the clinics, urgent cares. I've been there. I've worked at all these places, and they'll be put on a med that caused them to decline in health to the point where I had a hard time sleeping at night. I remember working when I first started, when I first became an MA. I worked at, I'm not going to put no names out there, but I worked at a family practice for 2 doctors. And a patient's mother came in and said that her daughter was addicted to narcotics, and the doctor had been giving her narcotics, and the patient said that she was also taking Xanax on top of the narcotics, and she was drinking, and she was 18, and her mother was very, very concerned about her. So she came to her doctor, but as a doctor, you have a confidentiality with your patient who is 18. So her mother ended up flushing the pills down the toilet that the doctor ended up just giving her. So she called the doctor and explained to the doctor what her mother did, and he re-prescribed her those same pills, and she overdosed and died that night. That could have been prevented. That's when I left family practice, and I went on to the hospital, and then from the hospital I went on to urgent care, and then from urgent care I went on to dermatology. So those are kind of like my specialties. Cardio is where my heart is. I was on cardio for so long. Like, I was on EKGs in my sleep, you know what I'm saying, blood enzymes, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, oh, you look like you're having a heart attack type of, that's how good I am at cardio. So and I held patients' hands while they took their last breath, and I had to prepare them for the morgue, tag up their bodies. And, you know, you got the people outside, if they're an organ donor, you know what I'm saying, waiting for their death so that they can hurry up and get them organs, you know what I'm saying, on ice. I worked in nursing homes where patients were drenched in urine, feces, and their nails, hanging out the beds. What if I told you the body was actually made to heal itself, and that we are and could be unnecessarily putting our loved ones in nursing homes and, you know, depending on other people to take care of them when all they are is deficient in nutrients. Yeah, dementia is a nutrient deficiency. So I'm telling you, it's just like, it mind boggles me, you know, and it's just like, it's so simple, and they know this and they don't tell us. And the reason I found out is because when I had cancer, like I said, I became a patient, and they treated me like a patient, and they told me that if I didn't do chemo and radiation, you know, that I would have 6 months to live, and, you know, and that, you know what I'm saying, I'm really making a big mistake, and, you know what I'm saying, and my quality of life is really going to decline if I don't do the chemo and radiation. And when I come out with my Fasting for Life program, you guys are going to see these side effects, you know what I'm saying, of chemo and radiation. So you're not really dying from the cancer, you're dying from the chemo and the radiation. You know, we're talking about mustard gas in chemo, you know what I'm saying, that was used for weapons of nuclear war. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, we're talking about going into your veins, and the nurse has to put on 4 or 5 pair of gloves just to make sure that it doesn't touch her skin, because it'll bubble up. And then whenever they inject it into your body, we already know that, you know what I'm saying, the first thing that bubbles up is your lungs. You know, that's the first thing that it goes hard to work at, is your lungs. And you know what I'm saying, you start to develop these bubbles on your lungs. So anyway, this is where you want to be. Oh, let me take it on back. Notes, remember? Okay. So if you leave your body alone for 3 days, okay? So I don't know if you've ever known anybody with addiction, or, you know, but usually they have to detox for 3 days. It's the same exact thing with caffeine and sugar and every other thing they put into our food that causes our body to need to be detoxed. And so for 3 days, you do not eat anything. You drink lots and lots of water. And on my program, I have products that will help you get through this, because no, fasting is not easy. We have become a society that been brainwashed to believe that if we do not eat, we will die. But really is happening is, because we're eating, we're dying. So we need to reverse this. 3 days, no food, water. And what happens is you have something in your body called visceral fat. Visceral fat acts as a sponge. This sponge goes and it eats up all the toxicity around you. If you eat steak and it is toxic, it is going to eat that up. You know what I'm saying? If you have some pork, which is unclean anyway, nobody should be eating pork. Pork causes lust, you know what I'm saying? Hateful feelings, jealousy, like this is what it does to your hormones. But anyway, you eat some pork, you know what I'm saying? You got this lustful animal in your body, and then this visceral fat, and it goes in and absorbs all that. And now, you know what I'm saying? You have jealousy, hate, envy, you know, all this in your body. It sounds crazy, but no, I'm telling you the truth. Shamara would not lie to you. So you have all this stuff built up in your body, you know what I'm saying? And it's starting to cause what they call diseases, you know what I'm saying? Because these things that are happening are just things that are shutting down in your body. So they've called it viruses, and they've called it diseases, and they called it, you know what I'm saying, funguses, and you know, they just have names for them. So what's happening is there's a storage shed. Your body was automatically made to burn carbs. Once your body burns carbs and it doesn't have any more carbs to burn, it goes into that storage shed because it doesn't have a choice. This storage shed is meant for starvation purposes. You know, back in the day, we didn't have food, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, right there on the table for us, and at the grocery stores, you know, like our ancestors, you know, well, our ancestors didn't like we do today. And, you know, you see people at Burger King, and you see people eating out, you know what I'm saying? They're posting their food, and you know what I'm saying? And they're excited, you know, and they're celebrating Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? And they're like having food comas. And what they're doing is they're causing disease and viruses, and their bodies to break down, and their bodies to suffer and yell out, you know what I'm saying? Please stop, please. There's like a cap in your body that is, you know what I'm saying, a certain size, and it only needs a certain amount of sugar. Once it's filled up with sugar, it closes on you. The rest of the sugar stays in your bloodstream, and that is what causes all the distress. Diabetes, the added fat, you know what I'm saying, the nervousness, the anxiety, the depression, everything, because sugar is a drug. And if your body is not able to metastasize it in that little cap that it has because you've eaten too much, then, you know what I'm saying, that's when the problems start. And a couple times your body will, you know what I'm saying, absorb it into the bloodstream, you know what I'm saying, and let you go. But you keep doing it, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, apparently, you know what I'm saying, you must like to feel like crap. You know, so that's what happens, you know what I'm saying? Your body just lets you feel like crap and stops, you know what I'm saying, absorbing it into your bloodstream because you're not getting the point. You know, it's just like anything else, you know what I'm saying? If somebody gets on your nerves to the point, you know what I'm saying, you get a breaking point where you just be like, okay, enough is enough. You're getting on my nerves. I got to leave now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's either, you know what I'm saying, you stress me out, or, you know what I'm saying, I end up killing you. You know, and that's what your body's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're stressing yourself out, you know, and it's going to get to a point where it's going to kill you, because I no longer am going to take any more of this extra sugar into this sugar cap, you know, because now it's overflowing. So this is how serious it is. And so anyway, that storage shed that I was talking about never ever gets opened until you fast, because we have become a society of shoving our mouth. Like, I'm the type of person, I've never been one that likes to eat out, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I will eat the same food over and over. I do not like food. And maybe that's why it's easier for me to do this and teach others to do this, because food like, I don't know, sometimes the texture of it, and you know what I'm saying, and like the way it makes your stomach hurt, some food, and you know, and then you know what I'm saying, like, we ain't never supposed to be digesting cow's milk, you know what I'm saying. So now, you know, we done broke down our lactose enzymes, you know what I'm saying, they're like causing gas and everything else going on in our colon, you know what I'm saying, and asthma in our kids. Yeah, that's milk causing asthma in your kids because it's causing mucus in our bodies, because we're being taught that milk does a body good. Stop listening to these people, because they just want your money. They just want your soul, your body. Like, I don't know what to tell you, okay? But if you choose life, then you need to listen up, because fasting is the cure. And if you fast, your body will finally get a break from having to digest, from, you know, you eating all the time. Digestion is the biggest thing that your body has to do, the biggest job. So it gets a break from digestion. So now it can clear out all these toxins, you know what I'm saying, and go into that storage shed and use that fat that it saved and eat it. You know what I'm saying? Just like it would the carbohydrates, it's using it for energy. You know, it's going in there and it's eating all them toxic chemicals that have built up over the years, that has causing you distress, misery. You know what I'm saying? People are taking their lives, and all they have to do is fast. You get to the point where you get so stressed out. Like, have you ever been sick and just didn't want to eat? You know what I'm saying? That's a natural human nature of ours, because it's called fasting. You know what I'm saying? Your body needs to heal, so therefore you don't eat anything. And your body is naturally telling you not to eat anything, because it can't do the job that it needs to normally do, because it's at work right now fighting something off that has gotten, you know what I'm saying, trying to attack you. You know, and so that's why I be telling these cancer patients, you know what I'm saying, that this chemotherapy and radiation, the first thing it does is it lowers all your defenses so that you cannot fight off anything, let alone the cancer. So it's big money. So anyway, let me go back to my notes. Oh yeah, after a fast, you have to be very careful what you reintroduce back into your body. Everything is poison, even the organic food. What's happening is they're growing our food in factories, and then when they do grow it in the ground and it's supposed to be organic, they're putting so much pesticides on it to kill these insects that are becoming resistant to the pesticides. So they put more and more and more. They put so much pesticides in our food that everything, even organic, is poison. You have to wash it, you know what I'm saying? You have to fast to get that toxic stuff out of your body. We have to eat, so therefore we have to fast. People are like, well, what do you want me to do? Stop eating? No, I'm not saying stop eating. I'm saying learn how to fast. It is how you are going to heal your loved ones. It is how you are going to heal your body. It is how you are going to teach your children to heal. You know, these vaccines, you know what I'm saying, these mammograms, these pre-screening, everything has been put out there to condition us and brainwash us into believing that this stuff is the only way that we will be able to live long, healthy lives. When the only way that we will be able to live long, healthy lives is to stay away from these lies. Some doctors are really, really good about telling you what's really going on with you. There's blood pressure medication out there that is not tolerable for some reason, you know what I'm saying, by, you know, African Americans. And you know what I'm saying, it causes them to have like this horrible like cough and like, you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm saying, their heart starts to shut, like, and it's a blood pressure pill, you know what I'm saying, and like people take it and you know they have no problems on it. But I've noticed that, you know, so there's a lot of medications too out there that can work for one, you know what I'm saying, nationality, but you know what I'm saying, destroy another, you know. So that's another important thing to think about too, you know, because we were made differently. You know, we have different DNA structures, you know what I'm saying, therefore you can't put us all in the same category. Everybody's blood pressure is not going to be 120/70. Stop panicking, okay? If you're stressed, okay, if you're sick, okay, if, you know what I'm saying, you just fell, you know what I'm saying, to hurt yourself, you know, there's many factors. You just stepped on the scale, you know what I'm saying, the doctor just gave you bad news, your blood pressure is going to be elevated, okay? A normal blood pressure is when you are at a normal weight and you are not stressing. okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got it together. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be your normal blood pressure when you're at home watching a movie, when you're just at peace with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You're not overweight. You know, like, that's a normal blood pressure, okay? You're not normal until you get there. So stop letting them tell you what your normal is, okay? Stop letting them tell you what your body's feeling. Stop letting them tell you what you should be taking and how much of it. Pick your own poison if you want to pick a poison. I mean, if you're going to pick a poison, you know what I'm saying, and you're going to destroy your body anyway, then, you know what I'm saying, why not pick your own? You know, don't let them do it. You know, you get put on a medication sometimes, you know, and because, you know, there's another medication where, you know, the doctor's going to get paid more, they want to switch it. It's not because, you know what I'm saying, it's for your benefit, because you're like, why'd you switch my meds? Oh, you know what I'm saying, because if I put you on this one, you know what I'm saying, I'll get paid more. You know, and then, you know, you come in with the side effects, and then the doctor has to deal with the side effects. But the first thing is, I got to get a paycheck because my family needs to eat. You know what I'm saying? Just like any job out there, you know, your family needs to eat. You know, you got butchers out there cutting our meat up, you know what I'm saying, spreading feces to each, you know what I'm saying, cut of meat. You know what I'm saying? Because they're human and they don't like their jobs and they don't care, you know what I'm saying, but they're still getting paid, you know, and we eat this food, you know what I'm saying, and we get sick. So anyway, I'm going to cut this. I'm not going to say short, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to cut it off now, you know, because I'm done. I'm not going to leave you guys on here too long. But please, okay? I am trying to put myself out there, okay? I am a cancer survivor who did no chemo and did no radiation. I didn't lose my hair. I didn't have nausea and vomiting. I didn't have any of those symptoms that people with cancer have because of chemo and radiation. You can live with cancer. They're abnormal cells. If you continue to feed them, they will continue to grow, just like your pet. So think about it, okay? And if the doctor goes and takes his knife, you know what I'm saying, and starts cutting away at that tumor, it is going to spread because it's a natural response in your body. So please like this video if you really are feeling what I'm saying, you know, and Facebook will think that my video is garbage, you know what I'm saying, and I did not put my time or energy into it. And, you know, it's not important to nobody if you don't give me likes, because at first I wasn't worried about no likes. I'm like, I'm on here, I don't care about friends, you know what I'm saying. I love my friends and I love my family, you know, but I'm not on here to make more. I'm on here to let people know. I'm on here for awareness. I'm on here to get the word out that the body heals itself, you know what I'm saying. You don't have to lose your loved ones no more. I'm tired of logging on to Facebook and seeing, you know what I'm saying, everybody passing, you know, everybody hurting in the world, you know, because we all on borrowed time. Why not extend that time? So please like this video, just because, you know what I'm saying, like, it's what you got to do if you're on YouTube and you're making videos, you know. Please, just can y'all like it? You know, I'm just sitting here and explain it. Just like hit like button. All right. Thank you. All right. And please comment below with info, stories, any recommendations, anything to help people suffering at the hands of medical malpractice. Tell us your story. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have one. You know, we've all questioned a doctor. We've all had to get a second opinion. You know what I'm saying? We all felt like one of them was trying to kill us. We've all been put on, you know what I'm saying, a medication that, you know what I'm saying, caused us to have side effects and maybe even caused us to be suicidal. You know, we were no longer ourselves. And some of us been put on medications and have never come back since. You know, we got loved ones we just looking at, you know what I'm saying, and just like wishing that we can reverse time, you know what I'm saying, and not have taken them to that doctor's appointment. And then please share, because sharing means caring. Smooches. You guys have a good day.